Hey guys, my name is Sherrod Haw, and I'm president of ePower Corp. ePower Corp is a contract manufacturer that improves the manufacturing efficiencies for startups. So today's video is going to explain what is contract manufacturing. A contract manufacturer is a company that you contract out to make your products. So you're probably thinking that it's a factory. And you're right, it can be a factory. However, it's important to remember that not all factories are contract manufacturers, but all contract manufacturers are factories. And the reason for this is that contract manufacturers provide some extra services that you cannot get from factories that provide you guys with commoditized products that you find on Alibaba. So that is more of the main difference. So for you guys have to worry about a lot of things as a startup, such as driving sales, fundraising, developing partnerships, building and sustaining hype, developing your product, managing the logistics, managing the production, managing the project, and actually figuring out your supply chain. However, if you're able to partner up with a contract manufacturer, they're going to be able to provide you with logistics. They're going to be able to provide you with production services. Even if they can't do it in-house, they have a supply chain that is going to be able to help you guys with those parts. Also, they're able to manage your products. One important thing though is that you should not be giving full authority to your CM to be able to develop it, such as a turnkey solution. You guys have to remember that this is still your brand, this is still your product, and you should be owning the development. However, a contract manufacturer will be able to provide you with a lot of resources and a lot of maybe engineers as well to be able to optimize your development speed. So this is contract manufacturing. They help you guys with pre-production, production, quality control, managing your project, and also the supply chain. So first, pre-production. Contract manufacturer, they're going to be able to provide you with engineers. For us personally, we have 20 engineers that are both mechanical and electrical. All of these, they're going to be able to provide you with DFM, which is designed for manufacturing, and this basically figures out how to get your product from prototype to production as efficiently as possible, and also how to optimize the costing as well. Another one will be able prototypes. They should be able to provide you with very quick, efficient, cost-effective prototypes. And the last one will be tooling, such as how do you optimize your tooling design. The next one will be production. What kind of production services do they provide you with? Again, every single CM, they probably won't be able to have all of the production processes that you need in-house. However, they should have a supply chain team that is set up to be able to provide you with the parts that they do not provide you with in-house. Also, next, they should be able to provide you with final assembly, and they also should be able to provide you with standard operating procedures, or SOPs, which basically details how to make or build the product, and it goes into account for each step that is needed. The next one will be quality control. Your CM is going to have to own the quality standards. You guys don't have to work together to be able to build these standards. Similar to SOPs, the quality, they have SIPs, which are standard inspection procedures, and this takes into account how to check each individual part and product. They should also have their IQC, PQC, and FQC teams in place. IQC is incoming control, so this is really anything that's coming into the factory for the first time, such as raw material. PQC is in process, and this is going to be anything that is being processed, whether it's going to be sheet metal, electronics, subcomponents, things like this. FQC is final quality control, and this is going to be looked at once the product is final assembled and after that. The next one is project management. This is going to be how you manage your projects. Every factory is going to have one person that is kind of going to be your point of contact. And they're going to also be able to help you to communicate with the engineering team so you don't have to be speaking with them. The supply chain, the production and quality teams, you have one person that is able to kind of consolidate all of this into one group. They're also going to be able to help you with scheduling. So they're going to coordinate with all of the other teams, bring it all together, and get you a schedule of when you guys can launch and when you guys could scale up as well. The last one is going to be supply chain management. For supply chain management, they should be able to provide you guys with pre-approved vendors that they have been working with for years for the materials that they do not have in-house. They're also going to be able to manage all of these vendors. And also, another one will be lead time. So they're going to figure out the lead time for each individual part that is going to be brought into the factory to be final assembled, and then provide that lead time with you as well. Another one will be payment terms. So instead of having payment terms with so many different factories, you only have one payment term, and that's going to be with the contract manufacturer that they have. And then your contract manufacturer, they're going to negotiate different payment terms with different factories. I hope this gives you a pretty good understanding about what contract manufacturing is. If you guys have any questions at all, I hope that you guys feel free to contact me. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.